What's going on, y'all? Coach Aero here with Game Gym, and we're back with yet another video. In this one, we're going to be talking all about off-ball productivity, which basically just means doing things to help your team when you don't have possession of the ball, like bumping, for example. Alright, without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, for our warm-up today, we will be doing 5 to 10 minutes of free play while ensuring that you are following up all your touches as quickly as possible, like we've been doing. And you're also going to want to mix in some experimentation with some of the mechanics that we've also been learning this season, such as double taps and air dribbles. So far this season, we have talked about some of the ways we can be productive on ball, mechanics like air dribbles and double taps, scoring more of our shots, and utilizing space to move the ball to teammates, but we haven't talked about exactly what you do when you don't have the ball, right? And make no mistake, this is just as important as what you do on ball, as doing these things will help create opportunities for your teammates and disrupt the defense. While there's a lot of different things you can do to be productive off ball, this lesson will focus on resource starving and bumps as a means to disrupt the defense. One of the easiest ways to start putting the pressure to the defense without the ball is to starve them of their precious boost. When you have offensive possession and you continually take the opponent's boost, their successive challenges on the ball will be worse as their boost is depleted, greatly increasing the chances of someone on your team putting the ball in the back of the net. You don't want to overcommit and miss position for boost though, as this will be counterproductive by potentially giving the opposing team a way out of the suffocation. The best way to steal boost here is by playing first man and going for the opponent's corner boost after that. This is because you doing this as second or third man in 3v3 or even second man in 2v2s is a really bad idea because of how out of position you will be, and you're just going to get in first man's way. Don't do that. Now go ahead and practice this by playing a 2v2 or a 3v3 game and steal the opponent's corner boost following a challenge 2 to 3 times. The next thing that we will talk about is how to effectively bump. Now pretty much no matter how you bump another player, it's going to mess them up at least a little bit. The tricky part here is knowing when to bump. And very similarly to boost stealing, we don't want to overcommit doing this. What we're going to do now, is go ahead and look at an example from one of my replays that will go through how to figure out if a bump is a good play. So what we have right here is, this is from one of my old collegiate games. I believe this is a playoff series against Hood College. We ended up taking the series 3-0 and moving on to the next round. I can't really remember much else than that, but yeah, there's a little background context for you. So we can see right here, we're taking a look at my teammate Joe Biden. He's got his patented Fennec here, and you can see that he goes for a bump on that play, and we're going to analyze it here, and we're going to go down our checklist. So he lands right here, and our first thing is, well, we want to analyze the other players, right? From his limited view right here, we can see our teammate in the back, and we can see Slamming 18 here, going for the ball. We have a really limited vision of the play. And our next step is, based on this information, are we taking ourselves too far out of the play by going for a bump here? No, I don't think so. We landed here, we have low boost, we have to rotate back anyway, so we might as well disrupt the first man, right? And we're not going to get in our teammate's way. Our teammate is all the way there at midfield. So yeah, and we play this out, and we can see that even with no boost, our teammate here gets a good bump, and that is just what is needed for our teammate to come in and take possession. And now our team has a offensive attack. Okay, so now we have practiced 2 of the most important off-ball skills in the game, that being bumps and boost steals. These things can really turn you into a scrappy player. Think of Calm, the version 1 RLCS player, who's well known for this. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, you can find his highlights online really easily, and go look at that if you're curious after the lesson. What I want everyone to do now is play a ranked session for anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes in any game mode, and focus on going for 5 boost steals and 5 bumps minimum per game. Getting into the habit of doing this will ensure that you aren't being useless to your team while off ball and are always creating threatening situations for the defense.